When it comes to the original Kenner line, there were so many figures that they missed out on. Obviously, they were just getting their feet under them, so they're to be forgiven. But thankfully, Stan Solo's on the scene to correct some of those wrongs. Hey Star Wars fans, welcome back to another video from All Things Star Wars Considered. As always, I'm your host Doug, and today we're doing a midweek video. Sometimes I do 2 videos in a week, but it's got to be a unique circumstance, and this is one of those. I got a box in the mail today, and we're going to open it up on camera, and we're going to see what little goodies I got from the United States Postal Service. Okay, let's get into this. Obviously, I've done a number of unboxings. I'm getting better at it, so I'm kind of figuring this all out. And probably based on the box, you already know what it is. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to kind of figure out. And I'm not even going to play games, I'm just going to dump. So, let's get that out of here. And what do we have? Bunch of Stan Solo goodies. Okay, I'm sure you guys know, based on, it's not like the baggies are black. They're clear, so you can kind of see right through them. All right, the first figure out of this box is Greedo, or like I'm going to call him, Beto. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I saying that? Well, I think this figure is amazing. I like that they used the Kenner head. I like that they used the Kenner hands. But once they go to the vest and the race stripes up and down the arms and the pants, they redo the torso. They kind of take this out of A New Hope, because let's be honest, the New Hope figures were very, very, I don't want to say archaic, but the New Hope figures were just, they just weren't of this quality. So when I bought this figure, it was solely to put him in Jabba's court, to put him in Jabba's palace, and he will be known as Beto. And see, I think I have him close by. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Oh, the one thing that they did fix is the original Kenner version had him left-handed. Greedo is right-handed, so that's actually corrected. What I've done with my Greedo, just to make him a little bit nicer than the original releases, I've added an orange vinyl vest. And I think that's about as far as Kenner would have gone. I think this is too nice for A New Hope. But it's not too nice for Return of the Jedi. So, again, he'll be in Jabba's palace. This guy will remain in the cantina. He's a left-handed shot. This one's the correct right-handed shot. Oh, let's just kind of get into this. They actually but they made an actual specific Greedo blaster for him. And let's kind of see if we can hold it really well. This is the scene-specific Greedo blaster. Not the old Han Solo pistol, which they used for the original Greedo. So he actually holds that quite well. I'm very happy with this figure. Kudos to Stan Solo on this. But again, Jabba's palace, you will remain in the Kenner cantina. All right, what's next on the docket? Okay, this is the Rebel Fleet Trooper. All right, just as I suspected, I've been looking at this figure for a while, was trying to decide if I wanted to pull the trigger on it. Reason being, my buddy George made me a Rebel Fleet Trooper out of a Death Squad Commander head. And I think this helmet is just, it's too well done. It looks more like a Power of the Force 2 figure than a Kenner figure. I mean, that's not an insult, it's probably too well done. Again, this is another scene-specific blaster. So, I'm thinking if Kenner would have done this, they probably would have used a Bespin blaster. Of course, if they had put it out prior to Empire Strikes Back, they wouldn't have. They would have went with, probably a Solo blaster, or maybe they would have created something for it. But in any event, this is a specific weapon. The one thing I will say that I really like about this figure is that he's right-handed or left-handed. So you can take this gun, pop it in his right hand, and put him on the right side of your TNT 4 display, or you can remove it from that hand, put it in this hand. Great. Oh, sorry about that. That's the unfortunate thing about unboxing. If you have a mistake, you got to kind of roll with it, because then it's not going to be legit. So here he is holding it with his left hand. So you have either the right-handed shot or the left-handed shot. Now, I mean, let's actually bring in George's version. I just forgot I had it right off to the side here. So here's George's version. And he used the Death Squad Commander head. And I think it's more like a Kenner figure. I think this helmet is too well done. So again, 1985 Rebel Fleet Trooper, 1978 Rebel Fleet Trooper. Beyond that, from the neck down, they're both similar. But the head sculpt on this is much better than the head sculpt on this. I mean, that's not to say that this is bad. It's just, it's not 78. It's probably 85. So whenever I think of Stan Solo, I always think of when he puts figures out, he's kind of in the 85 mindset. He's not usually in the 78 mindset. And by going 85, he's able to kind of stay within the Kenner genre, the realm, and it gives him a little bit more flexibility. It gives him a little bit of a larger palette to work from. Sometimes people want to kind of keep it as Kenner-esque as possible, so they would probably go with this over this. All right, in any event, let's move on from that, and let's get to the last figure. This is the one that I've been looking forward to the most. This is the Bespin, actually not Bespin, Dagobah. This is the Dagobah Luke, a figure we all wanted as kids, and they didn't put it out, so we had to just kind of go with the Bespin fatigues. Now, the thing that's nice about this is he used the Bespin Luke legs, boots, that whole lower body from the Bespin fatigues, which works. Then he's removed the belt. He's gone with like a lime green, not lime green, I don't know what you want to call it, like a khaki green wife beater, tank top. I don't know, it's more like a wife beater, but we'll call it a tank top just to kind of keep it a little bit more, PC. So he's got the I got him with the blue Han Solo pistol, and I got the yellow lightsaber with this figure. And the reason being is, obviously, Kenner put out the Bespin fatigues Luke, and they put it out like this, with the blue Han Solo blaster and the yellow lightsaber. So I wanted to keep it in that fashion, because that's what Kenner would have done. Let's take a good look at the head. It's very Bespin fatigues like. The hair's a little mussed up, kind of sweaty, and it's very simplistic, looks very Kenner-esque, and yeah, I really like this. So I think I'm going to put this in a Dagobah diorama, the Dagobah playset. We'll see how that stacks up in that. We're going to put this guy, like I said, in my Jabba's Palace diorama. See how he stacks up. He goes back into the cantina. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably open my TNT 4 playset, and I'm going to put these two guys in that. And let's see how that stacks up. So thanks for watching the unboxing of these Stan Solo goodies. Okay, and here's my Jabba's setup for vintage Kenner stuff. Obviously, you've seen some of these figures. I've probably shown this diorama in the past. But there's my Funky McClunky Yarner, my custom bib, Lily Letty, bootleg that I made. Same thing with the squid head, and just bunches of figures in there. There's a custom Bosk. I think my buddy George called him Dousk, Dousk. I think that was homage to myself. He made that from a spare Bosk figure, so it's pretty cool. So we get the Lily Letty Jawa, and then let's go over, and there's Beto. Now, I don't know how many people remember Beto, but him and the Jawa kind of were hanging out near the entrance right there where the stairs are and the wind chimes. They were standing there kind of conversing. I know I got a photo somewhere of the two of them kind of talking back and forth. So that's where I decided to put him. So this is, like I said, the Jabba setup with as many Jabba's Palace figures as I could muster. I used the cardboard Hasbro pop-up diorama, reconfigured it. I added some Tauntaun heads on the wall and threw a busted up Han Solo and Carbonite on the wall. So I think it's effective. It's a cool way to display all the Kenner Return of the Jedi figures. So, and of course I've got the Stan Solo Slave Lair and the Chain to Jabba. And, oh, by the way, that 3PO is also a custom my buddy George did. He repainted it and gave him the silver legs. So that's my Return of the Jedi custom 3PO. So hope you like this display. All right, and here's the Dagobah Luke in the Dagobah playset diorama. Obi-Wan, that's about as close to a spirit as you can get. And there's Luke training. There's the Bespin Luke, which is kind of more accurate when he actually fights Vader in the cave because he had the jacket on. So that's more accurate for him fighting Vader. And then this is obviously accurate for him training with Yoda. And I like this. I try not to go too crazy over the top. I add a little bit of fake grass. I try to give it a little bit of a backdrop. I throw some rubber plastic snakes around and just a kind of like a murky blue backdrop just to give it a little bit of flavor. So that's how the Dagobah Luke stacks up in this display. Hope you like it. All right, here's the Tantive 4 from Hasbro. I set up some Kenner figures in it. I think it works. So Vader's coming through the door. Got a couple of stormtroopers. One's down. Like I said, there's George's Rebel Fleet Trooper. There's the Stan Solo one. You notice how I've got one with the right-handed shot, one with the left-handed shot on each side of the hallway. Of course, I incorporated the R4M9 into that shot as well because obviously he was on the Tantive 4. And then we got 3PO, and R2 is conversing with Leia as she puts the plans in him. And yeah, it's nice to see all the Stan Solo figures being put into modern displays. Very simple but effective. I really like the way this display looks. And thanks for watching. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review of those latest figures from Stan Solo. A bit unexpected, but, obviously not unexpected. I mean, you order them, they're coming within a few days. But obviously, when Stan Solo figures come in midweek, I'm not going to wait until my next day off to unbox them. So, that's why you get the bonus video, in the middle of the week. So, and I enjoy doing it anyway, so it's always fun. Now, not everybody's fans of Stan Solo, and if you're not, that's okay. If you are, that's what I'm here for. So, all I got to say is that Ken is not around anymore. So, if you want Kenner figures, in that style, it's either Funky McClunky, Next 17, or Stan Solo. So, There's not a lot of options out there. Or, grab some Kenner figures and customize them yourself. So, it is what it is. You either love him, you hate him, but you know what? You can't deny that the work he's doing is filling in a lot of those Kenner gaps. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to start to wrap things up. I want to thank everybody for the continued support of the channel. Obviously, you guys are the reason why I do what I do. If you haven't done so, I ask you to hit the subscribe button so I can continue to bring you that valuable Star Wars content we've all come to know and love. If you like what you see, give the video a like. I always say that helps the channel as well. If you have a question or a comment, you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section, and you know that I always get back to each and every one of you. I pride myself on that, because without you, I'm nothing. So if I ignore one question, it leads to two, it leads to four. Next thing you know, people go, yeah, he's gotten too big for his britches, so, the heck with him. No, you got to appreciate each and every fan that comes and watches your video. So thank you for that. Without you, again, I'm nothing. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video. And as always, may the Force be with you. The Force will be with you always.